All right, and here's day one, translations, in our chapter 6 unit on transformations of shapes in the coordinate plane. All right, so here we go. The essential question is, how can I translate shapes in the coordinate plane? So translate here is the key word, and we want to find out what it means to translate shapes in the coordinate plane. Okay, so really what this means is you can see that this translation for B, and if you're following along with my notes, I have skipped example A for later, it's a slide to the right and up. So it's sliding right and up. And we see these red arrows, and really what that indicates is that this triangle, GTB, is going to be slid up and to the right along these arrows. And all of those corners or vertexes are going to be slid to new coordinate points. And we can see that translation here. So a lot of things came at you really quickly all at once. A translation is a slide of a shape in the coordinate plane. And so we see point G goes from here, which is -3, -1. It slides up on the vector to 0, 3. And we can see that is actually now the green triangle is the same shape, it's just slid up and to the right. So this is what a translation does. And all the points move the same way. They move 3 right and 4 up. And to show that change, we can write a vector, and vectors are always inside of these pointy parentheses, or some people like to call them the greater than or less than signs. It's how we show that we're dealing with a vector. And +3 means that we went 3 right, and +4 means that we went 4 up. So the first number in the vector changes the x coordinate, so -3, +3 gives us 0. And the second vector point in the vector affects the y coordinate, which is why it has +4, so -1 in G plus 4 gives us +3 in G prime. And you see here we have moved 3 spaces to the right and 4 spaces up. And we've done that for each of the other points, for T and also for B. Excellent. As the plane flies by overhead, we see the translation is exactly that, a slide up and to the right. So let's take a look at example C. Example C, it also looks like it is a slide up and to the right. And we see all of the new points for X, I, E. And we see that the new triangle is exactly the same size and shape. And the question here is, what is the vector? So how far did we slide to get over to the green triangle? So to see that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right, 1, 2, 3 up. So 5 to the right and 3 up, which of course is +5, +3. And that's how all of the points that form the corners or the vertices of triangle XIE slide to get up to that new triangle in green. Awesome. And we found the vector. Okay, so let's go to example D. In example D, we're asked again, what is the vector? And we now have the new shape. It's already been drawn for us in blue, and we see that all of the points are moving along those red arrows. So as we move along those red arrows, all of the points move the same way, so I can pick any one of these points. So point P is 1 to the right and 1, 2, 3 down. So 1 right and 3 down. And so since all of the points move that way, the vector is +1 -3. And that's because it goes down. All right, so let's take a look at example E. And again, we're asked to find the vector and how all of the points move in this shape. So I can pick any one of these points. So since my last name is Hain, I'm going to pick the point H. And I'm going to go left 2 and down 1. So you saw again, I counted left 2 boxes and down 1 box. And so that lets me know that I'm moving left 2 down 1, which is the vector -2, -1. And again, those are in the pointy parentheses or the less than and greater than signs, just to show that it is a vector and not a point. So this takes us back to point A. And for you, all I'm asking you to do is to move the shape. Now, if you have my notes, then you have this graph. If you don't have my notes, you'll recognize that this is the same triangle, GTB. You could move it anywhere you want in the coordinate plane and just describe the vector that you used. So if I move this 1 left and 3 up, it would be -1 plus 3, and I just draw the new triangle. It's perfectly fine if you overlap the two shapes. It makes no difference. All that matters is that you're not turning the shape or changing its size at all. Sweet, that's a translation. So in this one, it looks like I moved it over right 4 up 2 and to the new shape, and so it is +4 + 2. And you could have moved it any other way. Makes no difference. Sweet. How did you move yours? I can't see. You guys got to help me. Do it on your own. All right, so we're just going to translate these points, F, G, and H. We're going to translate each of them. So to go 2 right, 4 down, 2 right is the x coordinate, and so if I'm moving towards the right, it is absolutely adding. 4 down is the y coordinate, and if I'm going down, I am absolutely subtracting, so I have my vector +2 - 4, and that of course gives me my new point. Now, I would suggest that you pause the video, do G and H on your own, and when you're ready to move on, after you've paused the video, go ahead and check your answers. Okay, and we're back. So if you're ready to check your answers, then each of those points gets translated to those new coordinates. So G prime is 0, 0, H prime is 8, 10. Awesome. Pause if you need to check, and if you're ready to go on, go ahead and press play. So we're looking at the next ones. We're just translating by vectors. This is some quick hitting practice for I through L. I'm only going to show you the work for I, and the other ones you're going to have to do the work on your own. Sweet, and I have my answer. Go ahead and do the rest of them on your own. Pause the video, check your work, and see if you have the same thing. Just a note, this 5 is positive, so it is adding 5. Cool, go ahead and pause, and when you're ready to check, you can go ahead and unpause. And we're back. So for J, K, and L, these are the coordinate points of the primes once they have been translated by these vectors. So slid to a new location. All right, guys, awesome. If you need more review on how to practice these translations, go ahead and check this video out again. Until then, if you're in my class and have my notes, write your summary and make sure your table of contents is updated. Till then, guys, go ahead and keep doing the math.